to go
feel?
to pray.
Okay. When is your prayer time?
Uh, Still, we have 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. Inshallah.
Yeah, for more.
Inshallah, we will
Inshallah.
cover in 55 minutes, or basically you can say the 36, 46, 56, and first break will be at 8:08:06 Pakistan time, because it's 7:37 p.m. over here. I was just seeing over
Mhm.
my time. Okay. Switching over to our lesson plan, as per the promise, I have told you that I will give you the training of the MM also. Although to give you an overview of MM, that how P2P cycle runs, and we will practically work over the server. We will create the material master data. We will create the vendor master data, service master data, because you have to acquire certain type of materials as a spare part for the maintenance of your equipment, assets. Then you require acquire certain kind of services also, mechanical services you can say, or maybe engine maintenance services, engine overall services. But it does not matter if you learn about the vendor master data also. You will come to know that basically how we create the vendor, from whom we acquire or whom we purchase the materials and services. Last, basically, we have
Mhm.
finished our here enterprise structure, and we have completed our enterprise structure. If I remember exactly, because this was our last lecture, that was on the, eh, where is the date? That was on 23rd of April. 23rd of April? No, I think so. Okay, let me reconcile. This is your Amar. 25, 26, 27. 2 days were weekend. Okay, okay. I will see it. Okay, now coming over today's lesson, P2P cycle. Okay, once it is okay. Now keep in mind, we are still on the MM module, materials management,
Mhm.
and materials management primarily deals with the procurement of material and services. And as per my commitment, I will give you the training of MM
Uh,
also, will give you good overview, and more we then concentrate on the plant maintenance.
can we take overview for what we mentioned last session
Yes, 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 yes.
about
Okay,
the planning group and all
no,
the
no problem,
most
no problem.
important thing there?
No, no problem. I will again repeat it.
Okay,
And before that
appreciate
is,
that.
it is not so important. Basically, as for HANA system and B1, it is for the large enterprises. It is for the small and medium enterprises. This is important. Master data, transactional data, and configuration data. And I hope you must have understood it. And we can, if you want, I can repeat this also. But if you want, we can go over to the revision of the enterprise structure. Okay, enterprise structure. What is enterprise structure? Primarily, you can say it is your business structure. Wait, let me close the WhatsApp, otherwise it is going to disturb us. Okay, once we talk about the enterprise structure, it is the business structure, that how basically business is going to run in order of seniority or in order of hierarchy. And first of all comes the client. Now, what is the client? Client means a group of industries. You can say Aramco Group of Industries. Aramco is a very, you can say, well-renowned and very old company which is in Saudi Arabia, and its prime business is the construction of the buildings. And basically, maybe Aramco Group of Industries have certain set of companies. One basically company is dealing with the construction business. One company is dealing with automobile manufacturing, and maybe one company deal with the, you can say, the creation or production of the IT material, information technology material. Then comes company. Okay, what is the company? Company is basically, you can say, a legal entity. A legal entity where all the financial matters are going to take place. What is meant by the legal entity? That it is legalized, it is authorized to run the business practices. Basically, if you talk about the Pakistan, we have Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan, and once you have to run the business, you have to get your company registered from Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan. Like in Saudi Arabia, we have Security Exchange Commission of KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and you have to register your company then basically you will be legalized to run your company. You have to give the certain documentation, you have to give your office address, you have to give certain commitments in writing, and you have to open a bank account on the name of your company. And every year your company has to undergo a financial audit by a chartered accountant, CA, or maybe ACCA. And at the same very time, you have to return the sales return in the form of basically you can say document. And maybe if it does not justify, you have to basically give some of the amount as a tax in government treasury. Okay, what happens there? Accounts payable, accounts receivable, and basically journal ledger accounts, cost center, profit center. These all are alhamdulillah, all are going to take place at the company level. And under a company, you can have many plants, and under a client, you can have many companies. No, what is the plant? Plant is basically, you can say, the operational entities of a company. These are in the form of regional office. They are physical geographical locations. A plant can be, you can say, a production plant. It can be a maintenance planning plant. It can be a procurement plant. It can be warehouse management plant. It can be a plant basically affiliated with sales organization meant for the sale, or maybe it is a simple plant as a regional office where you are selling or you are providing, you can say, some of the services to your customer. Plant is always configured in 4 characters, maybe not in computing language coding. Simple, you can say alphabetical, alphanumerical, or maybe numerical. And in the same fashion, company is always, you can say, configured in 4 characters. Like you can say A, M, AM, IT, Amar, information technology, you can say manufacturing company, or you can say AMMB, Amar, you can say mobile, AB, Amar Automobile Manufacturing Company. You can go for 0001 also, you can go for AB01 also, and you can go for ABCD also. And in same fashion, we will configure, we will go over to the backend configuration where we will undertake a project, and in materials management, we are going to configure all these basically enterprise structure in MM, and then further on to the plant maintenance also. Storage location. A plant can have any number of storage location, but always remember a storage location can be assigned only. फालतू चीजें बंद करें नेट से.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry, there was a little, I think so, glitch in the network. I think so.
Yeah.
There
It's
was
okay.
some
It's
glitch.
always happen.
Yes. Okay. What is basically, so a storage location can be assigned only to one plant. And always remember, we are talking about the enterprise structure of the materials management. It is known as sourcing and procurement module also. What is sourcing and what is procurement? Procurement means purchasing or acquisition, and sourcing, search for a source. Source is always your vendor or your supplier. Okay. Storage location. What is the main purpose of the storage location? To you can say to maintain your inventory, and different materials have different type of storage location as per their specific requirements, dimensions, or you can say overall environments. For example, you can say there are certain material which are hazardous material, and there are likelihood that they are going to catch the fire. Then there you are going to have the firefighting equipment, or maybe you will have the water sprinkling system in that particular area. There are certain material which are explosive material. For that particular purpose, for the storage location, you must have a thick walls, and you can say complete RCC roof with good thickness. So God forbid, if something blast, it should not basically damage the other things. So storage location, always remember, it can be configured in 4 characters like SL01. It is finished good storage location, not hard and fast rule. I am just giving an example. SL02 raw material storage location, SL02, SL03 vehicle spare part storage location, SL04, you can say basically laptop spare part storage location, or you can say basically SL05 as a laptop, as a complete assembly, or you can say as a finished product, you can say storage location. Purchase organization. Now, what is purchase organization? Primarily, purchase organization is your procurement department, which is responsible for the procurement of all types of material and all type of services also. So, purchase organization, you can say there are two types, centralized or decentralized. Once you can say all the materials are procured at company level, means a director or general manager sitting over there, and he procures all the materials on behalf of the various plants which are located at the various location, then this will be known as centralized. It is centralized. Basically, it is done by a specific person or a specific group of person, and then it is dish out down to the ladder to the various, you can say, plant located in the same city or maybe in other cities also. So centralized purchase organization, basically it is done in case of the imported materials and for the high cost material or the high value material. Decentralized. Okay, what is basically decentralized purchase organization? Basically, decentralized purchase organization, once basically purchasing or procurement powers are delegated to the staff, purchasing staff at various plant level, then it will be decentralized purchase organization. And normally it is done for the, you can say, local materials through local vendor. But of course, the persons which are there at the plant level responsible for the procurement, they will get permission or they will get the prior approval from a person, director or GM procurement sitting at the company level. Okay, for example, sometimes what happens, there are three plants and one plant also procures basically materials on behalf of other plant. A plant basically procure material on behalf of plant B and C. This will also known as the decentralized, you can say, purchase organization or decentralized procurement process. What I have seen in the practical life, there is normally mix and match of both type of purchase organizations. Sometime you can say some of the procurements, these are done at the centralized level, at the company level, and some of the, you can say, materials are basically procured at the plant level. Okay, normally I have seen basically, you can say, purchase organizations, basically these can be maximum of two, centralized and decentralized, maybe at company level or maybe at plant level. Okay, now what is basically, you can say, purchasing group? Okay, under a purchase organization, there are various type of, you can say, purchasing groups, and there can be any number of purchasing groups, and their coding is always done in three, you can say, characters: A01, ABC, or 0001. So what is purchasing group? Purchasing group is a group of, you can say, buyers, where you have the certain persons who are qualified for the procurement of certain type of materials as per their, you can say, educational background, as per their previous knowledge or previous service or previous job experience. For example, if I am a qualified mechanical engineer, so I will be having good, you can say, knowledge for the procurement of the vehicles or motorbike spare parts, or maybe for the procurement of motorbikes and the vehicles or the cars. For example, if some person has done, you can say, bachelor's in electrical engineering, so he must be good at procurement of the electric appliances or maybe some of the spare parts which are related to the electric appliances, like the split air conditions, LEDs, refrigerators, or the deep freezers, because he knows the intricacies of the whole of the electrical system. A mechanical engineer knows the intricacies, or you can say whole of the structure of the mechanics, whether in the vehicles, whether in the motorbikes, whether in the generator sets, because we have the generate engine system also in the generator set, which is similar to the vehicle engine. Okay, now coming over to the P2P cycle. Okay, what is P2P cycle? Amar wants to basically listen to this word. what things come at the back of your mind? What is P2P cycle?
Actually, I don't know.
Okay, procure to pay cycle. Okay, how procurement cycle starts within your company or any of the organization or any of the business culture or business organization. Once there is a some of the requirement for the procurement of the material, maybe by HR department, they require a photocopier machine. They will send request across the procurement department, and they will see either they have that basically particular material in their inventory as a stock material, and it is not committed, they are going to issue it to the HR department and human resource department. And if they will see that material is non-stock material, then a purchase requisition will be created. Now, T code for the purchase requisition is ME51N. Always remember IW or similar to these T codes, these are meant for the plant maintenance, and ME, these are basically for the, you can say, overall sourcing and procurement module, and VA01, VA21, VA11, these are basically in the SD module, sales and distribution module. Now, if that material is non-stock material, the procurement guys, they are going to create a purchase requisition. What is requisition? It has been derived from the word request. A purchasing request will be created, entering the material number from the material master data, then the quantity, then the price, plant, purchase organization, and if there is a predefined vendor, then we are going to fix it over here, or we are going to enter it over here. And once it is approved, then we go for the request for quotation. Okay, any idea, brother Amar, what is request for quotation?
Request for quotation. This a data sheet is coming from vendor. Explain the price and the details of material requested.
Okay, what happens basically? It is a request for quote. We request the vendors, more than two vendors, that we are going to send a request for the procurement of the material. Please quote the price. Please give your final bid. Okay, how request for quotation is created? T code is ME41, in which
Oh,
we
sorry, I thought you were asking about the quotation. A request for quotation is different. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
no problem, no problem. Okay, what happens basically in request for quotation? Again, the various, you can say, details regarding the material, to which vendor we are going to send it across to the specific vendor, then the quantity, and the most important thing is date of delivery. Why date of delivery? Maybe you send our RFQ to two vendor, three vendor, four vendor, five vendor, but delivery date is must. If a particular request for quotation is approved, a vendor must know that after request for quotation, once purchase order will be created, by which likely date he should be able to deliver the material at the customer premises. So this is request for quotation. Okay, after the request, we receive back basically quotations from the vendor. We maintain it. We make a comparative statement and draw a comparison between all the prices, and we straight away select, as you can say, the good price. ME49 is the T code, although it is not written over here. So that is not required in P2P cycle. And from comparative statement, we basically, what does we do? We approve a final quotation, to which reference maybe we will go for the contracts. Okay, let me highlight it in green. Contract is not meant for all the materials. It is normally meant for the specific material as per the company requirement, maybe high cost material or maybe bulk materials or batch materials which are required for the production process. If we are going for the contractual obligation for that particular item for which RFQ has been created, how contract will be created? Now, here we will enter all the details regarding the material. Purchase organization means which procurement department is responsible, plant, which plant is responsible, storage location, at which storage location it is going to come, and the most important thing is validity period. Either it is for 1 month, either it is for 6 months, either it is for 1 year, either it is for 2 years. And in that particular time frame, both the parties, first and the second party, mean customer and vendor, have to abide by the terms and condition which have ultimately been defined in the contract. Okay, Amar, understanding these things?
Yeah, yeah, it's clear.
All the things are here, but basically normally I describe the things in my own word, because mostly SAP, its origin is German. So all the books, basically, these have been translated or these have been interpreted from the German language, and the books which are interpreted from some other language into English, normally you can say their configuration or their explanation is very difficult.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Now, if contract is there, we are going to go for the purchase order with reference to contract. And if contract is not there for a particular item, we are going to create a purchase order with reference to request for quotation. And this is the final order or purchasing document on which vendor is going to show his action or he is going to react. He is not going to react on purchase requisition. He is not going to react on RFQ. He is not going to react on contract. But this is the final order in which you mention all the things starting from vendor regarding the material, purchase organization, plant, and the most important thing is the price. Okay, these all are the purchasing documents. Purchase requisition, request for quotations, contracts, and purchase order. These all are the basically purchasing document. Some of the purchasing documents are the external and some are internal. Okay, Brother Amar, what is the difference between the internal purchasing documents and external purchasing documents?
Internal, I think, internally from inside the kingdom, for example.
Very good. Internal means which does not go outside the business circle of your company. It remains,
Yeah,
you can say, within the business parameter of your company, like purchase requisition, it remains there. RFQ, it goes outside, so it is external purchasing document. Contracts, these are also internal. And purchase order, this is again external purchasing document. Basically, you send it across to some external document. Okay, once basically purchase order is going to received by the basically vendor, he is going to deliver the goods on a specific date. Quality assurance department is going to jump in and they are going to do the quality assurance, and accordingly inventory manager is going to park or store that particular material into a particular storage location, and this is known as MIGO. MIGO means material in goods out. It is known as good receive note also and the material document also, because this is the T code where basically it deals with the life cycle management of the material, or you can say movement of the material. Maybe it is good receive, maybe it is good issuance against some of the, you can say, maintenance order. Maybe it is stock transfer from plant to plant. Maybe it is stock transfer from storage location to storage location, or maybe it is the reservation of the some of the materials. Okay. After updating your inventory in MIGO, Miro. Miro is basically the task of the finance guys. It is not the task of the procurement guys. What happens over there? Once basically three-way match, you normally you will come across basically this technique. What is the meant by the three-way match? Once you receive the invoice or the billing document of the vendor, you match it with the purchase order. Again, you match it at the time of the good receive, that it is as per the invoice. And again, you are going to invoice, basically you are going to match it with purchase order at the time of logistic invoice posting, that as per the purchase order, all the basically details are there. And in the purchase order, for example, if you have a specific material, its quantity and its price, the same thing should be reflected in the invoice. So three-way match means your purchase order is basically, you can say, but three-way match means that once you receive the invoice, it is matched with the purchase order at the once goods are received. And again, once you go for the MIGO, again, match is done. It is match up with that at the time of good receive. And the third way match is at the time of, you can say, the logistic invoice posting. At that particular moment, it is also made sure that logistic invoice posting is done as per the invoice, as per the correct specification of materials and the description. But again, I will repeat, Biro is the task of the end user of the finance department. So this is complete P2P cycle, starting from the PR, then RFQ, then maybe contract if you are going for the contractual obligation for some specific material, then purchase order, then is the BIGO, and then is the Biro. Now, coming over to the types of the master data within, you can say overall, this uh, materials management. Okay, any idea, Brother Amar, that what are the types of, you can say, master data within SAP MM?
Material number,
Good, very good.
inventory materials,
Material master data, very good. Then,
uh, minimum and maximum fillable material.
good, very good. Material master data, vendor master data, and the services master data. Okay, can you explain these all materials one by one? Sorry, all these master data types of master data one by one in your own words.
Mm-hmm. Just let me take a look.
No problem. You can have a look for 1 or 2 minutes and you can explain it your own words, very simple words.
Uh,
Yes,
Material master is the material available with the company.
very good,
Is already registered in SAB.
very good, very good. Basically,
Vendor or supplier master
yes,
is a material registered in the vendor, and there was agreement to get the data of requirement for the
good,
company.
good.
Services master is master data for external vendor.
Basically, material master data, it contains all the details regarding the material which company is supposed to procure. Vendor master data, it basically contains all the details of the vendor or the supplier from whom you are going to basically purchase the material. And primarily, service master data contains the list of all the services. So I am going to send a new link after the lapse of just 30 seconds and we can continue. Oh, sorry, sorry. Oh, no, we can continue, I think so. No, we can continue.
Yes.
And now, what is, you can say, basically the T codes for the material master data or the vendor master data or the service master data. And we can go over there and we will see that what are the T codes and what are the transactions code for the master data, or you can say the material master data creation. It is simply MM01. As you know, in order of seniority, we have MM02 is in the change role and MM03 is in the display role. And now we can see that basically simple words, that how simple procedure, we will go over to the system and we will go create one material master record, we will create one vendor master record, and we can create one service master record. And you must have seen in your company, the you must have not created, but you must have seen basically the material master data, vendor master data, or the service master data in your company.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I open the system because now in parallel I will start giving you some of the task also. Although I know your job is very tough, you don't get any time because you have to give time to the family also, and you have to give time, you have to do the rest also. But I will request that whenever you get the time, please see the videos and try to do the practice on your system. Ours was what was our user ID? Okay,
For the
let me
system.
yes, let me see. Let me see. It was Daud and Qureshi 1234. Okay. Mhm. Wait, wait. Okay, we are our system. Daud and Qureshi 1234 and client is basically you can see 100 and we will go for the creation of the master tag. Okay, what happens? This is your basic navigational screen. And if you go over to the logistic journal, here is the materials management, and you will come across all the T codes. Rather, basically, you can say these for the some of the material master, service entry sheet, your purchasing, inventory management. But normally, I inculcate this habit in the student that they should go by themselves or remembering themselves by typing the, you can say T code. What is MM01? That is the T code to create a material. Okay, for example, if we go over to the first of all IT sector. Now, what is the industry sector? Basically, you can say that the material which you are going to create or material master record of which you are going to create, it belongs to IT material. It is fast moving consumer good. It is, you can say, pharmaceutical industry. Maybe it is a mechanical industry. We can go for the IT sector. Okay, material type. There are certain material types. You can say FERT is for the finished good. FERT in German language, FERT means finished good. Raw, ROH means raw material. Hull means semi-finished good. Hava means trading good. And same go IRSA, ERSA is for the, you can say that is meant for the spare parts. So maybe we can go for the
How I can identify this
these
material types?
material types. I will basically give you the list. Don't worry. I will give you the
No,
list.
no. If in the company, if I requested to create material, how we can identify the material type?
Here it will be given. See, FERT is for the finished product. And if I type raw, ROH, and you can see raw is there, it is for the raw material. Oh, okay. In the company. Yes, 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 yes. In
Yeah.
the company, for example, if you have to procure the raw materials, so what are the raw materials? You can say the, if you take the example of the laptop, processor, CD-ROM, outer cover, screens, battery, these are the raw materials or components of that particular finished product. It will task will be given by the, you can say senior manager procurement. If he says, okay, procure a finished good as a, you can say complete laptop assembly, complete, you can say scanner, complete printer or complete photocopier, it will be a finished good. Semi-finished good, if you go for the hull and what is semi-finished good? For example, if you have to procure a laptop which is without a processor as a complete assembly, it will be semi-finished good. And Hava. What is Hava? Hava is the trading goods. For example, if you purchase a branded object, branded item from a particular, you can say vendor, and you sell it on some of the profitability, that is known as the trading goods. And main trading goods, I am going to give you the list basically overall that what are the types of the material, and this task will be given by your senior who is in your procurement.
Okay.
Understood, brother? Okay, we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
go for the third. And what is third? Finished product. Okay, press enter, and you will come across the number of views. These are the views which are about 25, and I have made basic data one, purchasing, which are blue in color, and journal plan data store one, and the accounting one as the default setting. But your question will be, sir, what is the use of the other views? Can you answer that? What is the use of the other views in material master data, like sales organization and MRP 2, 3, 4? Any idea?
No.
Okay, what happens? Material master data is not only created in, you can say, materials management, it is also created in sales and distribution module also, it is created in quality management also, it is created in warehouse management also, it is created in production planning and executional module also. So along with these four, you can say, basic views, once I will create the master data in ST module, I am going to check sales organization data 1, sales organization data 2, and sales journal plan data. Okay, uncheck. If I am going to create the material in production planning, MRP1, material requirement planning, MRP stands for material requirement planning, MRP2, MRP3, MRP4, and the basically that is the, you can say, overall work schedule. Okay, uncheck. And if I want to create the material furthermore in the warehouse management 1 and warehouse management 2, and in case of the quality management, I am going to check the view of the quality management along with these four views. And four views are, you can say, basic data 1, purchasing view, plant data 1, and vertical navigational bar I pull down, it is accounting 1. Understood, brother Mar?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Now I will go on. And what is the plant? And plant, you know, basically our plant is the procurement plant, and the plant which we are going to use for our practice purpose. And later on, we will create our own plant. That is, you can say, that was the BUHQ, beta procurement plant. So how many storage locations have been creating in this plant in the backend configuration? In our future lesson, we will also create. So pull it down and you can go over here and you can say it is SL01 finished good storage location, raw material storage location, and the laptop spares. We can go for the finished good because it is a finished. Now continue, and now you will see the other main views which are going to appear in front of you. First of all, with the basic data one. Number has been automatically generated for material against the material master record. For example, you say it ASUS, oh, wait, you say ASUS laptop, and we can give the today date, that is 28th of April 25. Okay, press enter. It is going to ask the base unit of mail. Less than a minute is left. We can have then 7 minutes break, and I can send you another link if you have. Uh,
Okay, still 15 minutes before a break, or 20 minutes before break.
20 minutes. But Zoom to Zoom, I have to give break of 8 minutes.
Okay, as you like.
So tomorrow we can have the next session.
Do you want to continue today?
No, because you have to go for the prayer, you were saying, and then you have to go with family at some place.
Yeah, it's okay. There is still time. If you have
Oh, okay.
time, you can
Okay.
continue.
No problem. I have time. I will, no, less than a minute is left. I will send you a new link after 7 or 8 minutes. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you very much.
thank you.